All right, guys, welcome back to FSGP 2023. We are back after the break, picking it up in the Netherlands at Zandvoort for round 14 of the FSGP season. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. I forgot to hit play or stream or the go button on my stream earlier today when I did this race. I was going to stream it, but I failed to press buttons. So now I'm putting in extra effort and I'm making a video out of it. And I'm going to try and do live commentary, post commentary. I'm going to try and do post commentary on the race. We're going to bounce around some of the guys, mainly just watch me and the people who are racing me. Start off on board me from the beginning. Lights are on, you can't see them. Away we go. Off the line, decent start. No one's overtaking me. That means it's decent. On the back of Elias, I should have went through the grid. Goose was on pole. I qualified fourth. Jason was on pole. Jason, Goose, Elias, me. That was the top four. The rest of them doesn't matter. All right, I'm on the back of Elias. We're racing cars around a racetrack. It's pretty cool. Going for a move here, trying to get by him. Not a lot of room to overtake around this course. There is a bit of chaos about to ensue on the next lap. Coming on the final bend already. These lap times are about 50 seconds if you're slow. I'm almost slow. Late move from Elias there. I had to make a little bit of an evasive action. Up ahead, we see Jason get into the back of Goose, allowing Elias and I to get past. And then up next, Elias moves across, takes Jason out. I have to avoid to the right. It's madness. What is happening? I'm in the lead now. This isn't supposed to happen. I don't know what's going on. I don't think at this point I haven't even acknowledged the fact that I'm leading. I know that if I do, bad things will happen. It's all a mind game for me now. I have to keep my cool, keep it together, drive smooth and consistently. I am gapped out now. I believe Elias was out back, waiting up, trying to wait up Jason. Not much he could do. Jason fell back pretty far, along with Goose. Anyway, we're going to move into some other onboards now, ignoring my lonely ass up here at the front. We're going to go back and check out what happened between Jason and Goose. We're on in the final bend now. We went back in time a little bit. He's going up on the left side of Goose, trying it around the outside. It's not working there. A little bit of a switchback. Gets into the carousel here. Just nudges him. Just trying a little too hard to get past or something. He was just a little bit faster through there. And then, as a bit of karma, gets absolutely annihilated by Elias by mistake. And then Jason and Goose fall back behind several other cars. We're going to go back, see how Jason recovers. You can see he just got spun by Elias, falling back. There goes Goose. Cars ahead are for position. They have to fight their way back through the slower cars. These two people, Goose and Jason, are absolute aliens on any of these tracks. In these cars, they're faster than everyone. And now they got to deal with all of these people. Diego getting a little bit of a nudge there from Ethan. Jason just trying to navigate the traffic behind Goose, keeping up with his rival. That isn't really his rival because he has a tremendous lead in this championship. There is no rivalry with anyone. A bit of a contact there. Not a big deal. He lets him keep to position. Quick driver, also a respectful driver. He needs to stop hitting people though. I'm up behind Ethan here. Goose navigates A little roughly through that move. Jason trying to find some space. Not much room here. Trying it up here. Not the best place for an overtake, but he doesn't make it work. Ethan keeps the position. Jason is not happy with this person at the moment. Around in the final bend, though, I do believe he gets the move done here. But there is a bit of a gap to Goose ahead. Position markers are not accurate on the relative above on the up left, so don't pay attention to those. Currently, I don't know what position they're in right now. There's still a few more car positions to recover from the start. Jason is just now trying to catch back up. Goose continue the race for the win that he really wants. Come around the final bend now for another lap. Goose catching up to George up ahead. Making a move up the inside. Turn 1. Clean overtake. Jason's turn to try and get past with as minimal time loss as possible. It's right behind him here. Gets on the right side. Makes it stick. George not fighting that too much. He knows what Jason's capable of. And that is, he's just fast. Bit more of a gap to Goose ahead, still gaining. Trying to keep up. Move a little bit ahead now. Got Elias up ahead. Remember, he was the one that caused Jason's spin. After Jason, well, he was the one that provided some karma, that's what I would say. Either way, they've caught back up. I believe Elias is P2 at the moment. Goose 3rd, Jason in 4th. Close racing here. Goose goes for the move on the inside, later on the brakes. Makes it around the inside. Elias goes for that switchback, but it doesn't stick, and he's lost position. Goose now, or Jason now. Elias actually lets Jason through there. I think he wanted to do that earlier, but just apologizing for the contact caused earlier. Respectful driving in this make-pretend racing game. Navigating traffic, and now I believe all that's left between Goose, Jason, and me is about 5 or 6 seconds. As you can see, I'm rounding the first corner up ahead. It's all me now. We're going to stay on board Jason for a little while, as there's not much going on elsewhere on track. It's a close fight between him and Goose. It's quite a stalemate, though, as this track is notorious for being very difficult to overtake on. Jason will become very frustrated, I'm sure, watching the back of that blue FSGP car. Constantly stuck behind. Goose making a late defense into the first corner. Jason gets a little on the grass, cannot make that work. Settles in behind again through the S's. Jason very impatient, looking for a gap, can't find it. There probably will never be a gap. Catching up to back marker, they turn left in a right-hander in order to allow them through. Very kind of them. Boring segment of the race where you get to watch nothing happen, essentially. This is the closest fight, I believe, at the moment. Jason, spacing out a little bit from Goose ahead. Gaining it back on the brakes slightly. Never really losing too much time that he can't gain right back. Keeps it close in the bank. Looking for something, anything, a mistake, a gap. It doesn't happen. Trying to avoid contact. Really close. Almost feel the frustration from Jason. He knows he's faster. He knows if he gets past, he'll just pull away. But there's no room to do a clean overtake here. All about pressuring your rival into a mistake. Tries it around the outside here at turn 1. Not good enough. Always a bit quicker through the hairpin there. Trying it slightly alongside, not enough. Looking for the inside, again, no room, not enough time. He's just gotta bide his time, wait for an opportunity. Alright, so we're on about lap 11 now. Going back on board with myself. Not much going on. Jason and Goose fighting behind. I am simply trying to survive. Coming up to a back marker here. Ethan again. See how I get past him here. Just not concede quickly. Almost loses control there, but I get by. Right. Keeping it nice and tidy. Trying to push too hard. I don't want to make too many mistakes. It's only a matter of time before the two guys that are faster than me catch up to me. So we're going to move back over to Jason now. Goose and Jason catching up to Ethan. I just lapped him a moment ago. Goose on the grass trying to get around. Around the outside, doesn't work. Jason gets into the back of him. Awkward situation. Spins out, loses a load of time from Goose. Now it's just recovery again. Recovery round 2 for Jason. Race unraveling. He does eventually catch back up, I believe. I know he catches up. I was in the race. He catches back up. He's just having a stinker today. Go back on board with me. See how I'm doing up here at the front. Gap ever shrinking between me and Goose. 3 seconds behind now. If that delta is anything to go by. Round turn 1. Always getting oversteer there. Bumpy bank corner here. Really challenging to get that quick. Keeping it pinned straight as possible. Around the outside here. Trying to keep it tidy. Catching up to a back marker here. I do believe he lets us go without any issue. If he stays on the right, slows down. Good for him. Hard little chicane here. Really difficult to get that perfect. Really easy to make mistakes there. On the final banked corner onto the main straight. Goose is now still about, well, it's about 2 seconds. I can't really tell right now at the moment. The delta is freaking out. It is not accurate. The replay does not always save the best data. I suppose. But he's back there, 3 seconds still. Hasn't gained much in that lap. Moving forward. Antonio Correa ahead. Don't know what position he's in, but he's not in front of me, so back marker will have to be navigated shortly. Another lap done. We're on the final corner once again. Into turn 1, nice and clean. Catching up to Constantinos again. He's turning left there again. Seems like his favorite place to let lapped cars through. On the back of Correa now, hoping he will let me by in a clean manner. Been in many races with this guy. He's respectful enough, but I do believe he pulls off on the right here. Lets me by. Thank you very much. I still lost some time behind him though. Goose is now a lot closer. Where's he at now? He's within 2 seconds now. He's halved the distance between me and him in the past 2 or 3 laps. Because he's just faster than me. Wouldn't you guess it? Still trying my best not to make any mistakes. Goose now in my mirrors. I can see him. He can see me. One thing I need to worry about right now is the track in front of me. No mistakes. One bit of a slide, slight lockup, nothing too major. Bouncing it around the first left hairpin. Walking it through these corners. Keeping it smooth, keeping it clean. A little wide there. Goose is right on my butt. Well, not quite yet, but he's catching up. Gap down to a second now. Rounding the final corner onto lap 19. Just within a second. Better on the brakes into turn 1. Gap down to half a second now. Back marker here. Leave a bit of an incident occurs here. Back marker not quite sure where to position himself there. I had nowhere to go. I was trying to keep my momentum. Went wide. He was there, kind of on the racing line. Went to the back of him. And that was that. Almost losing control of the car there. Goose having a look up my inside. As you can see in the mirrors, Jason has finally caught back up. He's now formed the podium train. I'm the engine currently for some reason. Goose is in the middle. Jason making up the back, forming the caboose of the podium train. This train will be assembled for the next several laps while we try our damnedest to overtake one another, or they try overtaking me. Alright, well, I'm gonna jump it over to Goose's onboard. We're gonna watch him, his perspective, the next couple of laps, as there's not much in front of me to see a big moment for me there. Goose looking for it. Slight tap from behind by Jason. We're all worked up here. I am stressed out. Crazy. Goose having to defend from the current reigning champion, while also trying to find somewhere, somehow, to get past me while I'm defending for my life. Keeping it tidy, a little bit of wiggle for me. Rounding the final bend. Goose firmly in my slipstream. Jason hanging off on the left. Looking for it. Not much. I'm a little squirrely on the exit. Someone facing the wrong way there. Staying out of the way. Jason close behind. Goose even closer behind me. Looking for any mistakes. I was really happy with my driving. After the fact, I was not paying any attention to my driving. I was simply trying to stay alive. I could have made so many more mistakes though. I kept it together for as long as I could. Moment there, bit of a lock up Jason behind, try not to run to the back of Goose again. Bit of a gap. Goose going wide. Jason close behind. We're gonna be stuck like this for a few more laps. Both of these drivers a good half a second to a second to 2 seconds a lap faster than me when I'm not in their way. But I'm currently in their way. At this point in the race, tire wear is also becoming a bit of an issue. Grip is lessening, while we are all fighting for our lives at the moment. I go defensive at pretty much every opportunity, not giving Goose an inch of opportunity. Coming up on back marker again. He stays out of the way. Let's our race continue. Turn one again, defensive. Goose looking for it, almost touching me. No room. Ethan on the left there, making a mistake. We're just getting out of the way. Jason behind, really impatient, I'm sure. Making a bit of a mistake there. Gap opens up slightly behind, as it does in front. I've got a bit of breathing room, allowing me to focus on at least the next corner. Now Goose is back on my tail again. Flat around this left-hander, right-hander. Goose in the slipstream, looking for it. Tries around the outside, he's on the side, he doesn't make it stick. I squeeze him out left. Can't keep the momentum. Jason on the left there, looking for a move, no room. I know what it felt like to have these two on my butt, but I don't know what Goose feels like right now with world champion behind and my ass in front, where I don't belong. Goose following me into the final corner once again. We're about to start lap 28. Second to lap penultimate lap. Goose looking for a move. There's no room. He touches, and I go off, and I'm pissed now. That's the end. I'm gonna hop back. Watch that incident again from Jason's perspective. Goose goes up the inside. There's no room. Jason almost gets a little revenge for me. Not quite. And his race and Goose continues. Watch that one more time from my perspective. See Goose in the mirror. Looks for a gap. I have nothing. Go wide. Grass. They're gone. Gap opens up. I am not happy right now. Very, very frustrated. There's a lot of stress lead up to that. I can absolutely assure you that I am venting that energy into the Discord chat with all of my lung capacity. Just trying to salvage what I can here. Goose and Jason ahead. Gap's about 2 seconds. But it's not going to matter as we go on to the final lap now. One more lap. Big moment into turn one. I am not level at the moment in my mind. Just keeping it on track. A little wide there. Doesn't matter. We're gonna finish this race in P3. Rounding the final corner. Goose and Jason cross the line. I cross the line. It's third after a massive, frustrating incident on the penultimate lap. Let's see what the stewards have to say about all the incidents that occurred in this race. I am not happy. Unhappy. Smashing that keyboard. Breaking things. Hitting myself in the face. No, that didn't happen. I was mad though. Anyway, that was my Zandvoort FSGP race. The results may not remain as they were on track. There were multiple incidents between Goose and Jason and other drivers. Penalties can be dished out. My only hope at having any kind of victory in this series will be if they both get penalized. And while I don't necessarily wish penalties on them, but if they deserve them, then they need to get them. So I can win, because that's what I deserve. I have been racing in this series for too long. Not too long. A little over a year. It's been over a year. And I haven't won a damn race yet. So, we'll see what the stewards have to say about that stuff. I was within 5 seconds, both of them at the end of the race. So the bare minimum, if they both get penalties, 5-second penalties is just the bare minimum penalty if they are to get a penalty. Then I win. I win. I would think, this is my opinion, Jason could get 5 seconds for the incident at the beginning of the race with Goose. But then Goose could get 5 seconds for the incident with me on the penultimate lap, which would equate to me being victorious in FSGP for the first time ever. The only frustrating factor to that would be, or at least for me personally, the frustration would be the fact that I didn't win on track. I would have liked to do that, but I mean, I was defending from the two quickest mothers on the track for the whole race, pretty much, and it was extremely stressful. So if they want to give me the trophy, I'll be happy with that. because that was the best race that I've had in this series, the closest race. If it hadn't ended in tragedy like that, it would have been even better. But that was about as exciting as it gets, I think. Anyway, that's going to be it for me, I think. Next week is Monza. I'll be streaming that race. Also, I will remember to click record or stream button next time. So yeah, tune in next week. FSGP round 15 at Monza. Gonna be either awesome or boring or awful. Who knows? It could be anything. It could be a party. Anyway, thank you for watching this video of me driving car fast. Goodbye now. Thank you. I thumbsed up the screen. I don't have the camera on. No one can see me. What is wrong with me?